Hello everyone, I'm super excited to present to you a brand new track for round 1 of Lone Star Drift, May 30th and 31st, 2020. The track is Motorsport Ranch Houston, and it's going to be awesome for everyone from a noob driver all the way up to the most experienced guys we have, because we'll be utilizing 2 different tracks. Track 1 will be the competition track layout for the Lone Star Drift cars, formerly known as Pro-Am. I'm still looking for a replacement name, but I think I'll just kick off the FD part and keep Pro-Am, and then for the Formula D Pro-Am, we'll put the FD part back on. Anyways, that totally won't be confusing, but don't worry about that. Anyways, all the cars can drive both tracks throughout the weekend, but track 1 specifically is very challenging, fast, and fun. It's a fantastic competition track to push both the cars and the drivers. And track 2 will incorporate more corners and transitions and be a far more noob-friendly track that's more inclusive for everyone. We'll be utilizing both tracks all weekend, but we're planning on utilizing track 1 for Pro-Am and track 2 for Texas Street Legal, but all registered drifters can drive both throughout the weekend. When you arrive at the track, you'll be stopped at the gate. The gate will only accept cash, and it's $20 for spectators and $200 for drivers for the whole weekend. All competition drivers must buy the weekend pass because that's how we afford the prizes throughout the year. We will be selling one-day driver spots for $130. Parking is open throughout the facility. Park wherever you're comfortable without blocking any lanes of traffic throughout the facility. Tech inspection will be open at 11 a.m. at the designated area. Please refer to LoneStarDrift.com for tech requirements. Drivers meeting will be at 1 p.m. at the designated area. We'll be sharing the track over the weekend with the SCCA time attack cars, and since drifters are not morning people, we'll be taking track over at 2 p.m. and running until 8 p.m. Both tracks will remain hot all day for drifters during these times, so even during the Texas Street Legal or Pro-Am competitions, the opposite track will remain hot and drivable, so no track time will be lost throughout the weekend. Before we chat about tracks, let's talk about the venue. There are 2 sets of bathrooms for drivers and spectators. One has showers. Please keep them clean. There are 2 different spectators locations. One area for track 1, which is elevated and shaded and gives you a fantastic view of the action. Please make yourself comfortable here. The second location across the lake is for track 2, and it's possible to drive to this location and sit in the back of your truck to elevate your viewing experience and remain as comfortable as possible while watching. Please only drive down there if the ground is firm and it has not been raining. Please respect the venue. Next, let's talk about the track. You only ever travel counterclockwise on the track as a registered drifter with a proper wristband and a car that has been tech inspected, and after you've attended the driver's meeting. The driver's meeting will be brief and everyone needs to socially distance themselves. The driver's meeting will be brief but mandatory. It is just to sign everyone up for the competition brackets and make sure everyone knows what's going on. I don't want any confusion, but everybody needs to watch this video. The driver's meeting is 100% mandatory. You will only enter the track at the designated track entrance, and you will only exit the track at the designated track exit. At no point will you ever back up on track, go clockwise, or do anything stupid to try and get back into the pits. Before you enter track, you will have your helmet on, and it will not be removed until you completely exit the track again. You will not exit your vehicle on track at any time for any reason unless you are on fire, and then you can scream and run. If your vehicle breaks down, you will sit inside the vehicle with your helmet on until you are retrieved by staff. You must have accessible tow points on your vehicle so you can be retrieved. Let's talk about track 1 for a second. This track is much more difficult and technical than it looks if you've never drifted it. The last corner exits against a concrete wall, and although it sounds scary, you will be at the lowest speed on track and you will have to drive towards it. There is a very low probability of anyone hitting it, so don't worry about that. Be aggressive and have fun on this track. There's plenty of runoff everywhere except that wall, and it's super fun. Be mindful of the wall at track exit. Do not be scared of it. Once you hit the end of the track, please lower your speed and return back to track 1 starting line or proceed to track 2 if you like. If you like to exit the track, please go back to the start of track 1 and tell the corner worker you would like to exit and he will send you back in. Exiting the track, you will travel the same counterclockwise direction along the track and exit at track exit. Don't miss it. Keep your eyes open. Okay, now for track 2. This track is going to be super fun and it has about 10 transitions in it. A stock 350Z should have a ton of fun on this track. You start off with an entry you can go as fast as you dare or as slow as you feel comfortable with. The track then tightens up and every corner to the last carousel should be linkable and fun. The last corner named the carousel is a corner that a higher horsepower car can connect, but most of the others can't really comfortably connect, so don't worry about it. Just straighten out and head back to grid. Due to the size and number of tracks, there really shouldn't be any line to speak of, so watch your water temperatures and drive accordingly. Let your car cool down. As I expect, you will have more than enough track time. If you would like to exit this track, please head back around the track along the exterior of the entire track, heading only counterclockwise. As you near the exterior portion of track 1 start position, the corner worker at that position will either wave you through or ask you to pause to let cars launch from track 1 position. There will be a cone stopping point for this. Then proceed when instructed to the track exit and exit the track. Don't miss it, or you have to go all the way around the exterior of the track again. You cannot exit at the track entrance if you miss the exit. Next up, let's cover basic rules. Number 1, your car must complete tech inspection before you go on track. Number 2, you must wear your safety gear on track at all times. This includes seat belts, harnesses, and helmets. Number 3, driver is responsible for keeping your passenger's hands inside the vehicle at all times. Passenger hands must remain 100% inside the cars, including all fingers. Number 4, you may only stop on track at the starting locations for track 1 and 2 unless you are broken down. If you break down, remain in your car unless it's on fire. If it's on fire, run and scream. Number 5, if you're a driver and there is a car stopped on track for any reason, do not drift around it and do not stop to help it unless it's on fire. Come out of drift and gain complete control of your car and drive around the other cars safely. Number 6, adhere to all track rules. Pay attention to corner workers. As there is a starting line on track, we will most likely not have any flaggers on track as it is not necessary, but always be mindful of your surroundings and look for disabled cars and confused drivers that are not responsible for themselves. Number 7, above all, be responsible, use common sense, don't do anything stupid. Please look at the schedule and adhere to the schedule. Hopefully that answers everyone's questions. Remember, I reserve the right to change the competition track from track 1 to track 2 with no warning if I feel it's warranted, because we fall in love with one of the specific tracks. So stay attentive during the event and practice both tracks as a competition driver. MSR preview for one of the layouts. We are starting here. We have a good run up. You're gonna be first, second, third, and then depending on what kind of transmission you have, you might be fourth in a CDO9 or third in like an SR transmission. Let's roll up the windows real quick. Here we go. You're gonna have about a 75-mile-an-hour entry, I think, into this corner. This corner is super linkable for even a 350Z. It's a nice steady third gear corner. Gonna come up here to this outside, which is paved really nicely. Tuck in right here. Whoop. I'm driving a big pickup truck. Through here. To the outside here, this is super linkable. Probably some people are gonna dirt drop right there. Right through here. Don't dirt drop, guys. Through here. I should have counted the corners because this is a lot of corners for this track. It's gonna be really, really good. Through here, another corner, connected again, and you're almost gonna have too many corners here because there's so much to drift. It's gonna be fantastic. And this is, it's almost like a kart track layout that's like scaled up, so it's super wide and gives you a better chance of tandem, and it's a bit longer too. So you're gonna be going 25 miles an hour faster than a kart track. And then through this carousel for anything but a V8 car is gonna be too much to connect the whole thing. So the 350Zs and everybody will just be cruising through this, but the bigger cars can try and connect it if you want. And then this is gonna be cool down zone, all the way back through this area, back there, and then back over there. And this is gonna be completely separate from the other track. The other track is over there. This track over here will also have a viewing area over by the lake, and I'll post that from an aerial view. And still cooling down. I wouldn't bother drifting this. This is gonna be all shut down area. You will have plenty to drift without this little section here. And it's kind of a throwaway area anyways. And your tires are gonna be boiling from all that drifting anyways. Drive back around here. Go nice and slow, give your car as much time as it can to cool down and get airflow over everything. because the way that all the cars are going to spread out, because we have 2 tracks and this is very big right here, you're going to have a corner worker right over here on your left, and then that corner worker is going to basically stop you for a second right here, and then he's going to say go. So there shouldn't even be a line here if everything's operating really smoothly, and then you'll go and you'll just go through. And if you want to exit track, you will continue all the way around the full track and exit. There'll be a corner worker over on the other track that I'll show you on the little map here. Boop. And he will stop you for a second and then push you through the other track. All right, let's go to the other track. You start over here. I don't want to run over a cone, so I'm going to drive around them. Autocross style. You come up here. Now this track is deceptive. You are booking it through here. It doesn't look like we're going to be booking it, but you absolutely do, because you're picking up speed after you start drifting. So you turn in right here, you clutch kick. It's a really challenging track because you are flying in a fast car through here like this, and then carry it to the outside, and it looks really simple, and it is not. And then you come in through here, this corner. Now the judging is going to be right up there for the competition, and then through here you come up against the wall right here, and then for Pro-Am I think I'm going to put in 1 chicane, so they have to throw it this way, and then they will continue and finish, because I want them to drift past the crowd. The crowd will be up on the 2-story building here, and Street Legal will shut down slightly earlier so that they're not going at the wall at any speed, because I don't want to have anybody wreck. Now I don't think this wall is dangerous at all, especially because we're traveling with it and everything. You should not be drifting at it or anything, so I'm not worried about that, but I do want to make sure the Texas Street Legal cars are super safe and those guys don't feel super nervous. Now this track is very technical, and it's a lot shorter than that track over there. This is the viewing area next to the lake right here. You can see entry right there, so I could zoom in a little bit. The second little road over there is entry, and you can see almost all the corners, and it wraps around through there and comes right back in front of us right here on this road again. So this is going to be a spot where we can put pickup trucks and make everybody comfortable in the grass. So there'll be a full viewing area over here of this track and another one over there of that one. And that's it. I'll see everybody at the event. I'm so excited for the awesome track, all the crazy cool drivers that are coming, all the cool cars. Can't wait to see all the new 2020 drift cars that got built on the off season. See you guys later. Bye.